Happy belated Valentine's Day, everyone. Kinda late, but you know. So Garden State is written, directed, and stars Zach Braff and Natalie Portman, and it follows the story of Andrew, played by Zach Braff, and it follows him coming back to his home state of New Jersey after his mom dies, and he has to go back to his funeral. And then when he meets this girl named Sam, played by Natalie Portman, and they sort of form this relationship and tries to get out of depression. So I was watching this film expecting a lot. Well, not much. I just expected this kind of a fun indie romance movie that would have a lot of laughs and ultimately kind of be forgettable, but at least I would enjoy it. But that being said though, I was not expecting what I expected out of this movie. This movie is a lot deeper than it might seem. So let's just start from the beginning. Zach Braff and Natalie Portman give two great performances. Their chemistry together is fantastic. They're really funny. They're really relatable, especially Natalie Portman for some reason. She plays this really awkward, this really weird person who's not a liar, by the way. And Zach Braff is this really depressed person in his mid-20s. He doesn't know what to do with his life. He's depressed, and all around him he has friends who are depressed too, who don't know what to do with his life. One of his friends smokes pot for a living. The other one made silent Velcro, and he has tons of money, and he doesn't know what to do with his life. And you know, I mean, I guess that's one of the recurring themes of this film is depression, and money won't always get you happiness, and you always need someone else to bring you that kind of happiness. The soundtrack on here is also pretty good. I mean, it ranges anywhere from okay to fantastic depending on which scene we're looking at. There's also a lot of unexpected jokes in the film that I didn't really expect to be that racy or that raunchy. But in the end, they do really work. Like in the beginning, not to spoil anything, but Andrew has the word balls written on his face, on his forehead after this big party, which the scene before that had a lot of drugs and stuff, which was another thing that I wasn't expecting either. Going into this film, that there was going to be a lot of drugs, and of course, I mean, I wouldn't look at it entirely as a romantic movie. It's half romantic movie and half depression movie. Like, how do you deal with depression and not knowing what to do with your life and being, you know, not knowing what to do with your life? Like, it's kind of hard. And ultimately, the message of this movie is to find someone. You know, to find someone. Also in the film, there's a lot of witty dialogue too. More than I actually expected, because I know that a lot of indie romances movies, like this one, tend to be kind of witty, and they kind of tend to be kind of comedic, but kind of fail at the same time to be kind of charming. The only negative I would say is the first kind of 20 minutes. You know, it's like, where's this film going? You know, it's like, it's awkward, right? But after a second viewing, I can definitely see what the director was going for, what Zach Braff was going for, and the direction he really wanted to go in this film. Because the first 5 minutes of the film give this really serious tone, and then for the next 10 or so minutes, it gives this kind of humorous tone, kind of awkward, offbeat, and sort of kind of really ironic feel to it. And you know what? It kind of changes moods kind of quickly in the beginning of the movie, but then as the film goes on, it keeps this very consistent comedic tone to it, and the serious tone, which it balances very well, not like other pieces of crap that don't balance, you know, comedy very well and seriousness. So overall, I will give this a great. I will watch this film twice. How do I know that? Because I already watched this film twice. So yeah, so that's my review. Sorry this is a little bit late. I just didn't have internet. So yeah, happy belated Valentine's Day. I hope you had a good time, and I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully it won't be too long. And yeah.